Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, Trickety. Yes, guys, this is another amazing edition of Wake Up with Trickett. And if you didn't know, now you know. And look, if it's your first time rocking out with me, guys, hey, what's up? I salute you. I'm glad you're here. You are going to learn and we are going to grow together, guys. And if you are a returnee, you've been here already before. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you're copycatting, spying, taking notes, sending good energy, no energy, or negative energy, I don't sweat it. I want to keep it pushing, right? Because I'm all good vibes. Bam! I'm all good vibes, and this is how it's going to work here, guys. Regardless, if you showed up, you showed up, right? So if you showed up, I'm about to show out, and we're about to make it happen. And it is what it is, right? So check this out. Today, guys, first of all, I want to say thank you for showing up. No matter what the mindset is, because it's all mindset, right? And we're going to elevate that mind and rise to the top, right? That's how we get down. That's how we're going to do it. So thank you for showing up. And with that being said, let's learn and grow together. So guys, I want to talk to you guys about spiritual warfare, right? Something a lot of us go through, right? Spiritual warfare. Constantly being attacked, depending on what side you're on. You know what I'm saying? It's like that video game. You're starting at level 1, and the bad guys always know what to do, right? The bad guys are always skilled to a certain extent. It's not even like they're learning and growing, right? They just come out, boom, the computer, they're already programmed to attack you, to chase you down, right? And since, you're on level 1, right? You still have to grow. You still have to learn, right? Like the do's, the don'ts, what you can do, what you can't do, and what works, what doesn't work, and so on. So as you're being chased by the bad guy, right? You're going through your learning experience. You're going through your learning experience of how do I defeat these guys? How can I still have my peace and still do away with the enemy that's constantly trying to attack you? Because see, guys, that's what the enemy does when it's spiritual warfare. You're minding your own business, right? Chilling. It's a Saturday. You're hanging out, maybe by yourself, maybe in hermit mode, maybe with your friends and family, whatever the case may be, right? And then here comes the enemy. They have nothing to do, right? Absolutely no friend, not even a dog, no pets. They have nothing to occupy their time but to come after you, right? So you're just chilling, and then the next thing you know, beep, you're getting hit with spell work, right? This is what they're programmed to do. They're not love and light. They don't know how to heal themselves. They don't know how to heal others. They're broken, right? Damaged goods. But they're being used by the enemy because they are damaged goods, right? So now they're attacking you. Now you have spell work that you feel coming on you, depending on where you're at. It's brand new. You probably don't even know what it is at first. You're feeling the effects. You might be getting trained, tired, whatever the case may be, right? But you don't know what it is because you're still on stage 1. They have the advantage because they're already programmed self-destruction mode, right? So as you are being chased by the enemy, you're starting to learn, grow, and figure things out, right? Like this isn't normal, right? So the Most High, God, Spirit, starts putting people in place inside this video game. It's like a video game. And you start getting help. Run over here. There's a little, plus sign, you know what I'm saying? That says, it's like a help sign. So you run over there and then they educate you a little bit. That's kind of like listening to tarot readers. That's kind of like, listening to your life coaches. That's kind of like just listening to those people that promote peace, love, and light, right? And so you're picking up little things because as they start to speak, you're starting to put one and one together and it's adding up to two, right? And so you're starting to figure out, oh, that's why I'm drained. Or that's why I start to feel some type of way when I start to feel that type of way. And so you're starting to get educated, which makes their job a little bit harder. They're like a Pac-Man, but in reverse, because I like Pac-Man. But they're like a Pac-Man, an evil Pac-Man that's trying to capture you. They're trying to take whatever they can, your energy, your essence, your aura. I mean, these crazy people actually believe they can swap destinies, take your gifts. I don't know. Like, they just have no limits to the deranged thinking that they have, as if they could take my gifts. Really. But they think they could take mine, yours, and whoever else out there. They're broken, like I said before. So they think deranged. If I summons this, if I do this, I can do this. Whatever, right? So you got crazy chasing you. And as you start to get more educated, it gets more difficult for crazy to catch you. So it's almost like you finished level 1, which wasn't that difficult, almost like a learning curve for you because you're always learning, right? But you're so green, you don't have a lot of crazies coming at you. That's when you get to a whole higher level. You're at that premature early level, you're green. So, you got one crazy after you. But then when that one crazy, they find out that it's getting more difficult to come after you, it's almost like you elevate to another level and you're on level 2. Now crazy went and called another crazy. So now you got crazy 1 and 2 that it's chasing you. You're like, what? I just had one. I used to get attacked every once in a while. Now they're starting to pick up and be a little bit more frequent. Yeah, because crazy 1 needs help. They all need help, right? So crazy 1 went to go get crazy 2 and said, hey bro, I need your help on trying to stop this love and light worker right here, whoever they may be. We're all talking energies here, right? Male, female, does not matter, because even the crazies are male and female as well. So as you go and you're starting to go through life and you got 2 crazies chasing you, sending you spell work to try to manipulate your minds and thoughts so they can take what they don't want to purchase. They want to take, they're lazy, it is what it is. They want to take, they're thieves, it is what it is, they're broken. So they're going to do what broken people do, right? And so they're going to try to rob you of your energy. They might try to rob you of your talents and skills. That's why they stalk you. Because they have no skills or talents of their own. So they watch you, stalk you to see what you're doing so they can take. But they don't want you to know. They all have that cockroach mentality. I'm going to do it in secret. I'm going to hide because I don't want the individual to know that it's me that is trying to take whatever it is they have that I feel that I deserve. You did the work, but somehow they feel they deserve it, right? Yeah, we all know, right? But it is what it is when you're dealing with people, right? So don't get the game twisted, guys. God is still the one that's orchestrated this whole game. So it's like you are a video creator. You know the bad guys, you know all the trap doors, you know how to beat level 1, 2, 5, all the way to level 60, right? You know how to get through it all, right? but you don't know how to get through it. As the individual in the game that's just been dropped in the game, you don't know. Like Logan's Run, you're just like, how do I get out of here? But the creator of the game knows everything, knows your limitations, knows what you're going to be able to do, as far as also with the crazies that are chasing you, the crazy energies. He knows their limitations and whatnot too, because he created everyone in the game. Even though the crazy people in the game don't think that he runs everything. Somehow they think, JoJo down the street created all this, right? Because they're crazy. And so you're going through life. You have people trying to do spell work on you, love spells, trying to bend your wheel so you'll like someone. Instead of naturally, if you like them, right? I mean, you just get cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. People want to play God because they don't know God. So give them an E for credit, right? And an F for failure, right? So you're dealing with people like this. You're innocent for the most part, but you're being attacked by non-innocent people. And so you're learning as you go through. And so you are stopping along the way and picking up bits and pieces of information, right? So you know how to defeat these people, these energies, when they come at you. And just know, every time you pass a higher level, you're always going to have more crazies. It might have started off at 1. Then 1 went and grabbed another one, now you got 2. Then you have 3. Then you have 4. But they're 4 separate, all trying to corner you in, right? Until you get to a level to where it's 4, 5, 6 people at one time, because they always need help. That's how you know they're not powerful, because they're always, let's band together. They need what they need, right? So you have these individuals banding together, depending on what level you're on, to try to harm you. This is all orchestrated by the Most High to make you stronger. How can you be a strong soldier if you never have to go to war? How can you know what you're capable of doing if you never have to fight and defeat anybody? If you never have to take any punches? How do you know what you can take and what you can't take? How do you know how strong you are if you never get pushed to depletion to see how much you can take? How do you know how much you can take, right? So he orchestrates all of this, right? So you can be tested, not defeated. You may feel defeated because you're tired, but he puts all this in place so you can be tested. That's why I come to this point, guys. There's rules in warfare. There's rules. Now, the enemy doesn't know their rules. That's why they do whatever they want to do, right? But then the Most High, the programmer of the entire video game, he's like, look, I ain't letting you kill nobody. No, death spell ain't gonna work. No, that ain't happening. And just like on you, you're like, I got gifts, I got some powers, you built up your level. And you're like, you know what? I want to give this person a massive heart attack. And because you follow the Most High, you check before you're able to do anything, right? And then you find out he's like, Why? Because then it would be too easy. If I just let you kill off everybody, then you're not even fighting. You're just killing off everybody and you just keep on pushing. No. It's like a boxing match. God wants to see a challenge. He wants to see you have to fight for your freedom, to get that sleep at night, to get that rest at night. So you have to be put to the test, guys. So this is why the enemy is never able to be just totally removed out of your life. Because you're asking yourself, why do I got to put up with this? Why don't they just leave already? Why can't I just get rid of them? Because God is at that point, he's like, and then what? Then you just have life easy, right? Not saying that it's supposed to be hard, but you're not going to be growing anymore. Because how can you grow where there's no challenge at? So You have to have a challenge, right? To be able to grow. It is what it is. You got to have that person that gets on your nerve. You got to have that narcissist in your life, that toxic individual in your life. Look, guys, I was just recently set up with false charges. Got a court date next month. Will I beat it? Obviously, yes. But it was a false charge. I had to go to jail. I had to bail out. You know what I'm saying? All over a lie. I have a narcissist and a toxic teacher that were working hand in hand to try to bring me down, as if they could bring me down. But I give them an E for effort and an F for failure because it didn't work. Because if you look in the situation that they're both in right now, ooh, it's not good. Because I'm highly skilled. So it's not good for the both of them right now. They're both suffering. Suffering. As they should. Because they attacked an innocent individual, an innocent man, for absolutely no reason. No just cause. But this happens every day. Because then you have to see how you're going to handle it when you have injustice, something unjust, some kind of injustice happen to you. How are you going to handle it? Are you going to complain, whine, cry? Are you going to quit? This is like the second time this happened. I'm tired of it. I've been set up dropping off lunch. Can you imagine? I purchased lunch with my money to feed somebody else, and then I get set up like I'm a crook. And then they give me the whole warning thing and put some false charges on me and threaten me that I'm going to go to jail. And where do they do that at, right? In the video game called Life is where they do that at. And so I understand that. So how you go through the motions to handle these things when they happen, because they will happen, depending on what level you're at in the video game called Life. The higher you go up, the more challenges you have. I went from getting attacked by one deranged energy, right? Negative energy, to now they come in groups and covens at one time, because it takes that many people for them on their side to feel secure that they can touch me, but they can't touch me. I'm walking in my God power. I'm not the God, but doesn't God have gods? Doesn't dogs have dogs, cats have cats, etc., fish have fish? So I understand that terminology. So I'm always walking in my God power. Bring it. That's why I'm never worried about no one. I know what I'm capable of. So I'm walking through these levels in this video game called Life, dealing with these narcissists, these toxic people, these energies that are testing you constantly, because that's what they're programmed to do, because they live in a low vibrational state. And when you live in a low vibrational state, you are going to do low vibrational things. But that just may be what you signed up for in this life to do. So instead of being somebody that betters themselves, instead of being somebody that helps other people so they can better themselves, you're always looking how you can get over. You know, you're the guy trying to cheat with somebody's wife. You're the guy trying to hit on somebody else's girlfriend to see if, you know, you can crack her, you know, or get to sleep with her or whatnot. You just do low vibrational stuff because that's just where you live at. There's no honor, there's no loyalty, just low vibrational. And you got to understand that there's more low vibrational individual than there is high vibrational. But you also got to understand that those that vibe high have more power. That's why you don't need to band together like they do. Come on, let's band together. If you're so strong, why do you have to band together? It goes from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to half a dozen to now you're in a coven where you got a member, the fearless crazy leader, and all the minions, and they're all coming against you now because it takes that many. And they still get an E for effort and an F for failure. They still don't make it. They still can't get you. But are they pressing you? Are you going through it? Do you feel it? Absolutely. It's like a prize fighter. He may win, but did he still take some hits? Of course. He might even got swollen. But at the end of the fight, right? They're raising his hand because he or she won. They didn't give up. They didn't quit in the middle of it. They didn't make any excuses to walk away. They took it. And they took it as a lesson. And then they worked it out and turned their pain into power, got their muscles built up, him or her, and then they went right back at them, even stronger than what they were. That's why they always have to grab more people, because they don't ever get stronger. They're not working out. They're just looking for replacements to come after you. Well, maybe if we get more people. Well, maybe if I get more practitioners. Well, maybe if I get more witches, more warlocks. Maybe if we band together, we can stop this woman or this man that is out there putting in the light work. Because low vibrational people don't want to see light work. Low vibrational people are always on a low vibrational tip. These are the people you can't trust. These are the people that'll backstab you. These are the people that'll set you up. All a part of the video game called life. All a part of it. You're going to have to go through it. Mostly if you're doing any good, you're going to have to go through it. And even the low vibrational people turn on other low vibrational people. I don't know if it's just for a snack or what, because they even turn on their own, because they carry those low vibrational energy, jealousy, envy, pride, ego, all these things that come against you, and they all serve one person. Who's that one person? Self. They all serve just self. Love serves us. We. It's a plural word. More than one. But ego, pride, jealousy, envy, that serves only self. It's a selfishness. And so they even turn on their own. They hardly even trust their own. So you know if they can't trust their own, you know when they come after you, they're really coming after you. They're thieves. They're coming to take, steal, rob, whatever they think they can get their greedy little hands on that you work for. And they don't want to do the work, but they want to be you. They didn't do the work, but they want your gifts. They didn't do the work, but they want your power. They didn't do the work, but they want your connection to a God they don't even believe in or serve. They serve the woo-woo-woo devil, right? Demons, conjuring them up. Woo-woo-woo. But somehow they want your gifts. It's not going to work. These are clowns. They get upset, let them get upset. At the end of the day, you're still living your life. And they're still clowns with the big bozo nose. It is what it is, right? Unless they come out of that low vibrational state, they're always going to lose. It is what it is, period, point blank. And it may look like they're winning. Why? Because the creator of the video game has even made it to where even the bad guys appear like they're winning. They look like they're making the most money, dressing better, living a lavish lifestyle. It could be all off crime. We have seen this. How many times have we seen drug dealers live a high fashion life? Mafia people live a high fashion life. Crooked politicians live a high fashion life. But they all got one thing in common. They're all low vibrational. They're all making their money in an illegal manner, in a way that has to hurt someone else. So that someone else could be you, could be me, could be him, could be her. Spiritual warfare. They're constantly being used at all levels of life to come after you, to come after me, to come after us as a collective. And you have to be strong. You have to be able to endure to the end. You have to be able to brush the dirt off your collar. You have to be able to pick yourself up when there's no one there to pick yourself up. You have to be the one that still stands tall, that can still see, that still has that crystal clear vision of what it is that you are here to do. You still have to be focused. And they're going to try to do everything to pull you off your path. They're going to try to do everything to bring you down, to even kill you, end you with death spells. Woo. You know, they're on that un-God thing because they don't know who God is. They're serving demons and they're doing black magic. That's why it's called black magic. They're in the dark arts. Their brains are distorted. Somehow they think that they're winning. But they're taking L's all day, and they're not turning their losses and turning them into lessons. See, that's what we do. We don't take losses. If it looks like a loss, we turn that L into a lesson. And then we flip that lesson into a blessing. Right? For sure. You know what I'm talking about. That's how we keep them off, right? Oh, yes. Smells good. No black magic can touch me. Do I feel it? Absolutely, I feel it. But I'm at a level that's so high right now that I feel it just so I know somebody's trying it. And because I have gifts, instantly I can find out where it's coming from. Instantly. But I had to go through a lot of levels. Like the Kung Fu guy, woo, 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 you know, going through every level, defeating all these karmics, all these toxic people, going through all of the betrayals, the backstab, the lies, the setups, the false arrests, all of that, putting false charges on you, all these things, right? To get to that level, to where now, the minute it comes, your little spider senses go off, right? But now, you're not at level 1. You're like, say it's 60 levels, like my little daughter was saying. Say it's like 60 levels. Say you're on level like 45. So you still got a little bit ways to go till you beat the quote unquote game, which you never stop learning, but you just get to a level that's so high to where now they're like ants. You're just bing, bing. They mean absolutely nothing. Let's say you're at level like 45. So you're at a level that you're not quite there, but you're far from where you came from, right? You're able to look back and be like, woo, I came a long way. And so now when they try something, you instantly know spell work is being put on you. Now where you didn't have wisdom of making sprays that keep that junk off of you, of having ringing bowls, right, that you use, clear the energy to where you're lighting sage, right, and you're learning how to clear the energy, where you're taking salt baths, right, salt showers, learning how to get rid of the negative energy that's been placed on you, where you're learning to do return to sender spells, to where when they try to put their negative words on you, you'll never be in anything. People don't think that's black magic. It is. That's their ignorance. They're talking ill will of you. They're talking negative. This boy will never be anything. This girl will never turn out to be anything. Blah, 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 blah. You're just like your mom and daddy, whoever, whatever, right? These witches, warlocks, saying this negativity about you, that's all energy, because they have no concept that words are energy, and words, they go out. It has power. That's why when you listen to a song, Genius, you feel some type of way when it's a love song. You feel some type of way when it's your bump and you're like, yeah, that's what's cracking. I love this song. Because energy moves you. That's why when you speak a certain way, that energy goes out into the atmosphere. But now you are aware of that, and so when it comes to you, you know how to block it and do return to sender spells and send it right back to the individual that was sending it to you, either knowingly or unknowingly. They were still sending it to you by speaking negative of you. So let them eat off the plate that they prepared for you, because you didn't ask for that plate. Like being at a restaurant. I didn't ask for a hot dog. I wanted a hamburger. So take this junk back and send it back. I'm not paying for it. I'm not eating it. I don't want it. I'll wait for what I ordered. And return it back to sender and let them eat off the plate of negativity, and let them reap off the plate from negativity that they wanted you to reap from. They sowed it. They're the one that cooked it up. Don't you think they should be eating it? I think so, right? Yeah, of course so. So guys, the only way you're gonna learn all these different techniques, right, is by being attacked. Unfortunately, it is what it is, right? That's the way the programmer of the game, the one that oversees everything, spirit, God, universe, this is the way he created the video game called life. And you have to either go through it. You have some people start out and they quit. Some people go to so far, I got to level 15 and then I gave up. You got some people that might have got to level 25 and then they get converted to join the other side's team. Now they just went to level 25, learning, and said, you know, somebody whispered in their ear, it was a little rough for them, whatever. They said whatever they had to say, and they were able to flip them. And now they went on the opposite side. Now they're practicing black arts. You have some people then that just, they're like me, they're a soldier. They're like you, you're a soldier. We just keep it pushing no matter what they throw at us. Bring it. That's why we always say, bring it. We want them to know, man, ain't nobody fearing you. Bring that junk. What? You, your mama, daddy, the whole church, the coven, whatever you represent. If you're trying to come against us, me, you, her, him, with negativity to try to tear somebody down, to try to rip somebody apart, bring it. Because it gives you a chance to work out and get stronger. It gives you a chance to use your arts and see what you have. It allows you to have that opportunity to find out how strong you really are. Also allows you to see how many licks you're going to take, but still not fall. Might be wounded, but still never quit. Might be in pain, but still never give up. Might be hurting, but still never walk away. But you readjust yourself. And you're like, come on, bring it. And they're like, what the heck? This guy just doesn't die? He just doesn't die? Why don't you just die already? I mean, really? All the stuff that we put on you and put on you and put on you and put on you and put on you, and you just never go away. Absolutely. Never. And then you don't look like what you've been through. And they look like everything they've done. They look rough. They look rugged. They age fast. They get old quickly. Their bodies break down real fast. They're fragile and frugal. Their homes are corrupted. Their children are corrupted. There's no loyalty, no faithfulness, no honor, because there's no honor amongst thieves. So how could there be honor? Because they're all thieves. Because they're not into healing work. They're not into making you a better person work. They're not even into making themselves a better person. They're into looking in the mirror and doing mirror magic, trying to be you. They don't even love themselves. They have no self-identity because they're broken, deranged, crazy. And it is what it is, because you would have to be in that low vibrational energy to be able to do the things that you do with no conscience, with no guilt. You know, you just do what you do and you don't feel bad at all, because, you know, the black magic's already burnt your mind. You've already sold your soul for pennies on the dollar, I might add. You sold your soul for pennies on the dollar. So what was priceless, you didn't see it being priceless because you see no value in yourself. So you sold your soul for pennies on the dollar, which the devil, your negative dark energy, was more than happy to purchase. I'll take that. Here, let me give you some change. And you're like, yeah, I got a good deal. And they're laughing all the way to the bank. Because even when he gets tired of you, he's going to dismiss you. He doesn't promise you anything. He never promised you love. That's why none of their homes are ever operating in love. There's always cheating, infidelity, always. Always. Because it's like part of the package. When you sell your soul, when you put yourself up on the chopping block for the darkness that you operate in. And so you need these people, guys. This is how you're going to learn all the gifts. This is how you're going to learn how you can, when you get to certain levels, we all have different gifts, right? I got a whole lot of them, right? So that's when you're going to learn you can use a pendulum. This is when you learn you have energy. That you can just move things. You start to learn that you can control energy like nobody else can. You start to get more gifts the higher you go. Stop. It is what it is. You start to learn that you can control energy, manipulate it. What they're speaking recklessly against you, you start to find out how you can control that. Maneuver it, throw it back in different ways and light them up. Bam, 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 bam. And they're like, what the heck? That's why they got to get help. That's why they're constantly looking for somebody that they feel may be quote unquote stronger until you light them up. Because they, for the most part, can't manipulate nothing. They got to use demonic demons. They always need somebody else to do their work. Where you don't. You control everything. You control it all. I don't need I don't need your help. And start it and stop it at will. Because you understand how energy works. They don't. Then you start to find out that you can tap into their minds at will. Now you're in their head. You're in the head of the enemy. He can't even keep a secret. She can't even keep a secret. Because now you know more knowledge than they do. Because see, the Most High is going to gift you with gifts that's going to allow you to have an advantage, but you still got to stay in the war. That's why you're not able to just say, I'm going to put a shield around myself. And I'm going to put this shield around myself and anything they throw at me will never touch me. No, now you're out the war. You're out to fight. Because now you're not even fighting. You're just going to sit back and get fat now. So you got to constantly be in the war. And you got to constantly know these tactics. So you can teach the next person that is putting out love and light or have a desire to put out love and light and they want to hurt people and they want to love people instead of hurt people, right? You have to know how to teach them, and you can only teach them by you going through it. There has to be someone, right, that goes through it, that endures the pain, that endures the suffering, that there has to be that individual, right? And you're only going to learn that by dealing with these toxic, narcissist, deranged energies that are purposely put in your life to get you to all these different levels so you know how to make these concoctions and sprays and whatnot. And that's why they're struggling on why their demonic demons can't get to you. And then you start to move up in rank and they're never taught rank. So they just think anyone can be touched. Man, that's crazy. Anyone can't be touched. And they start to figure that out. That's why they gotta put it, do what they do, and then watch. It's too much work doing black magic. It's just too much work for me. You know, I've had people working on me for hours. I'm like, for real? That's like a job, bro. I'm just going to speak something and send the energy out just like that. That's simple. I'm going to speak whatever I want to speak. And it's going to go out just like that. And I'm going to go about my business. I don't even have to watch. I don't have to check to see if it worked. Because I know it worked. Because I can control energy in ways most people can't even understand it. You can't fake it. You learn how to tap into the person's into their mind. A reader thinks she can tap into your mind? Really? When you control energy, you can tap into the reader's mind. See their darkest secrets. They can't even tell you your darkest secrets. The warlock, the practitioner, they can't tell you your darkest secrets. They can't tell you how many people are throwing black magic on you. They don't have those type of gifts to do that. They just can't. They don't know how to manipulate energy like that. And remember, you started at level 1, where you just had one deranged Pac-Man going after you. Now you're at level 45. You still got more levels to go because, you know, there are 60 levels to the video game, as my little daughter said. But you're so far up the ladder now. You're too far to quit. You're too far to make excuses. You're just a straight up soldier, a straight up rider. You're their biggest threat. You're their biggest enemy. At this level of the game, you're not looking for nobody to help you. You got ancestors. You got angels. You have ascended masters. You have archangels. You have guardian angels. You got an army, a navy. You got a humongous angelic family. And then you have Spirit, the creator of the video game called life. All working on your side. And there's rules. That's why you just can't, I'm going to just make them, blind, or I'm going to just make them, give them a massive heart attack, or because I'm tired of being attacked. And he's like, nah, because I'm using them to get you to where I want you to be. So I can't just let you wipe them all out, because then you'll never be where you want to be. You might stop at level 25 because I allowed you to wipe everybody out and you never got to know your full potential. You never got to get to your full potential because I've allowed you to stop them all. So no, I'm not allowing you to stop them all. You're going to have to learn how to switch up your game. Then you go from one pendulum. Then you go to another pendulum. Different energies on different ones. You start to realize now you can heal people. You can speak that energy, because everything is energy, right? And you can heal people. Then you start to realize you can even curse people. And sit these clowns down to where they're like, how did he or she just do what they did to me? I'm lost for words. I'm stuck. What the heck just happened? Exactly. And you would have never known that if you would have stopped way down here and just start getting rid of all of the enemies. What you do is you get rid of one, and then, their fearless leader sends another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Just like in a video game. Do you ever see the bad guys ever run out? Never, bro, never. They just keep being sent out. And you're like, da-da-da-da-da-da, and they just keep putting another one out, keep putting another one out. You're like, where does it end? When you beat the game. In this case, you never beat the game because we always learn, but then you can get to a level that's so high that it's nearly impossible for these guys to affect you. Because keep in mind, they're never growing. They're just conjuring spirits. Let me open up the book to this spell, to what does it tell me to do here? They're never being tested. Who's testing them? There's no trial and error. These guys are stuck on slow motion. That's why they're always asking for help. Because they need it. But you have all this spiritual protection and help. That's why you're strong and bold saying, bring it. Bring it. Come at me with everything you got. What? And then you start speaking things. Things that they have no knowledge of. And they're like, how in the heck does he do that? And see how fast it gets? Because your power increases. And it keeps increasing. And it keeps increasing. And at any given time, they might be out of control. Because they don't know how to stop you. But you're always in control because you stay focused. You got your third eye open. You're able to stop it at will. Go. And start it at will. Spin. Stop. Go left and right. That's a bad mofo when you can control energy. Stop. Swing front and back. Who am I talking to? Who's controlling that? Stop. When you're able to control and manipulate energy, then you watch the words that you're speaking while you're fighting these clowns, because you know your words have power. So when you're teaching, you know the words to use to elevate these people. When you come across someone sick, you know the words to say to heal them, to motivate them, to encourage them. And then when you have to sit these clowns down, you know exactly what to say to block them, stop them, injure them, treat them like a bobblehead. Boop, 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 boop. Doesn't matter how many they have, because now you can manipulate energy. So you can bring 1,000 people means absolutely nothing. You know how to tap into their mind, speak to 1,000 people at one time, like a conference call. They can't do none of that. They're limited. That's why they try to attack you, because they want your gifts. They're like, man, you can do all that and more. They're trying to steal what you got. They're thieves. No honor amongst thieves. That's why it never works. They can never band together long enough to even get it to where they got to get to. They're going to get weary. They're going to get tired. And whatever you speak is going to work, because you're not conjuring up anything. Then when they conjure up something, it's not going to touch you anyway, because you're so protected. They don't even know a spell to get past one angel. Don't believe me? Google it. Google it. What spell gets past angels? Doesn't exist. They can't. They can't. So they're just deranged. So they're working out of insanity, doing the same thing every day, hoping to get a change, but they're not getting a change. They're just getting burnt out and tired and frustrated because they can't touch you. They can't, because you're untouchable and you're only at level 45. Can you imagine when you're at level 60 and you actually, it says you have beat the game? Although we're always learning, but you're at a level so high that you are really untouchable. Really, for real. You're untouchable. And they're always going to be able to be touched, because they can never reach these heights ever. That's why they're always looking for someone. to help me. Help me, help me, help me, help me. I'm so powerful, but help me, help me, help me. They don't know how to manipulate energy, control energy, not at the level you do, like I do. And us as a collective, if we come and band together, really bring it. They're really gonna lose. Really. So guys, let me just leave you with this. We need the